Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to SA Accounting Academy. Here's a short clip on one of our previous webinars. I hope that you really do enjoy it.
Hello, everyone. Wow. Okay. I'm screaming in at 9 o'clock. Welcome to your monthly update. Sunny Durban, I am so jealous. We are heavily overcast, just 80 k's up from you in Maritzburg, and we are freezing. If you could see, I'm actually sitting in a hoodie, tracksuit top, blanket on my lap, and I think I'm sitting at about 9 degrees here. So sunny Durban, I am very jealous of you. Welcome, everyone. Exciting news we've woken up to today. Very exciting news. And strangely enough, it was one of my topics that I had was the National Health Act. And guess what? No more masks. Okay, so I don't know if any of you have woken up yet this morning to that piece of news, and I think it's extremely relevant in the compliance and legislation update. I'll show you later in the sessions where everything was put into the Act to give our Minister of Health the opportunity to do this. So it's no longer a mandatory requirement to wear masks. The requirements around gatherings has been removed, and the entry and exits into the country have also been the restrictions on entry and exit into the country, for example, having to be vaccinated and other such things, have also been removed. I'll show you exactly what the legislation said and where the power came for the Minister of Health to be able to pass and gazette those changes yesterday. So these changes were gazetted yesterday. So officially you can go and torment the security at the mall and walk in without a mask and see how they react. I think there's going to be a lot of frustrated security guards around. But anyway, it's also raising a lot of interesting conversation. I see already on social media this morning about what are we going to do with the masks. And they're not exactly environmentally friendly. They don't exactly, they can't currently be recycled because cloth is virtually impossible to recycle in terms of the normal recycling. I mean, you can make something out of it, those of you that are crafty. And the face masks are actually, the disposable ones are made out of a form of plastic that actually doesn't go through the recycling process. If you are going to throw your masks away, please be responsible and cut the elastics because we don't want things getting caught around animals and creating havoc in that respect. But it's going to be an issue. There's a whole industry that has been created over the last 2 years, which now has to recalibrate and refocus and head in a different direction. So literally overnight, although we had a warning on Tuesday, because he announced that he was taking the matter to cabinet, and he said within 48 hours to 72 hours we would have a response, and it came back within 24 hours. So yeah, and now it's up to you. It's your discretion if you want to wear a mask, but it's not mandatory. Okay. Yeah, take it to the hospitals. I think that's great. I was laughing with my husband, said, when you wash your car and to make it rain, because we all know that the moment you wash your car, then the downpour comes. I just bought 2 brand new boxes of masks this week, and sure as nuts. So I actually think donating it to a medical facility is actually a brilliant idea for those of you that have got unopened boxes. But yeah, I think this is a very interesting space. Okay, so we have got some good news. Okay, I hear you about Eskom. I'm also anticipating some loss of power today, but I have got my backups all ready to go. So for those of you that are coming in a little bit later, welcome. It's my turn today, and I hope you're well, and at least we have some good news. There are some rays of sunshine, even for those of us that are staring at the snow in the Berg. Okay. Normal thing with me. Please ask questions. If I can handle it as I'm talking, you know that I take the questions on the fly. If it's something that isn't really relevant to what I'm talking about now, but is relevant to something I'm talking about later, then I will park it and talk about it later. And if it isn't something that really built into today's session and it's something on the side, if I've got the time to deal with it, I'll deal with it. Otherwise, I might just ask you to contact me after the session. Okay, but I will do my best to make this time that you have so valuably taken out of your day to join me as useful as possible. Okay, I kind of take these MCLUs for me as being a bit of a gossip session. It's like, hey, did you hear about this? And did you know about this? And have you seen this happen yet? And I'm always interested to know that, maybe there's something that you wanted to find out about that I haven't particularly addressed. If I can, I will. If I can't, I'll get back to you on it. So those of you who don't know me, I really have to change this picture every time I see it. It's locked down here. But that is me. That is who I am. I also have to thin out that CV. You send these things, randomly, and then you sort of just forget that they're there. Today's course outline for the regulars, you know what we do as we do it. You'll notice that COVID is no longer a subcategory here. Quite ironic. We do take an amble and a gamble through all the different spaces, and we touch base and we see what's interesting. I have to say, I was joking with Letty. We meet before, about a week or so before these sessions, and I was just saying to her that it's sort of like, the lawmakers and everybody else seem to have gone into hibernation for winter. But even then, we did find some interesting things to come and share with you. And if you're ever wanting to know about certain things that there isn't a current training session on, or there is something else that you want us to delve into, please, we are always open to ideas and always open to things that are relevant to you. We always like to start with a quote, and I actually saw that this week. MTS Solomon is for me personally, as somebody I respect tremendously. It doesn't hurt that he is a Peter Maritzburg face, which is my hometown, and I've actually had the privilege of listening to him speak at various functions, and he is just an incredible person to listen to, and it also gives you a tremendous amount of faith about what is possible and what can be done. I know that many of you are feeling like we're looking down the tunnel of darkness and it's the oncoming train, but when you sit and listen to somebody like MTS Solomon speak, you realize that there is a lot that is possible still. So this is a quote that I think has been doing the rounds on social media, and I've actually heard him say something very similar along these lines in the talks that he does, but I think this is something we need to remind ourselves of. And he sort of says, we need 4 principles to fix this country. We don't need money. We need spirituality, morality, values, and ethics. You fix that, you fix the country. We will have a surplus of money overflowing because you'll do the right thing, the right way, in an honest way, with integrity. And the moment you do that, in Islam we say, Baraka, I hope I said that right, blessings, bounties, and abundance. And I think it's good for us to remember why we feel like salmon swimming upstream, why we are continually trying our best to do the right thing when everybody seems to be doing things the easy and the fast way. But there is purpose and reason for it. As an ethicist and as somebody who specializes and talks about ethics on a daily basis, a quote like this really just resonates with me, and it gives me a little bit of juice and oomph to keep on fighting the good fight. And if anyone is a person who has proven that this works, and this belief works, this is definitely a man that practices what he preaches, and while everybody else is talking, he's out there doing. So interesting, thought-provoking, I thought, and hopefully encouraging at the same time. So getting into some of the technical things, I'm hoping that the system's warmed up, everybody's settled, everybody's in, everybody is ready to go. What is happening in the different fronts? Okay, so first off, for those of you that missed it, we did a IFRS for SMEs annual accounting update on Tuesday. It was a 4-hour session, and we really did run through exactly where we're going to. The IFRS for SMEs update is getting to the end of the drafting process. So if you start to look at where the work group is on the IFRS for SME second comprehensive review. They are literally starting to look at when they're going to release the exposure draft. They're tidying up a few things. They are looking at, just taking the feedback and the permission that they've got from the International Accounting Standards Board to make the necessary changes.
I hope that you enjoyed that video. For more of our webinar videos, go to www.accountingacademy.co.za. Thank you and have a lovely day.